I thought you were about to kiss him. Smart guy. Alright. We good?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Austin with Vape with a D Nation. Vape with a D. Vaped with a D Nation. Okay. Alright, so today we're going to build a Russian 91%. That is a K-Fun style rebuildable atomizer tank, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We're going to build a microcoil with 30 gauge at 1.6 we're going to shoot for. So let's do this. So I have 30 gauge Canthal. What I'm going to do, since I'm crazy, I take a syringe, do a drill bit, whatever the fuck you want to do. I got to stop cursing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 7 wraps to be safe. Put us around 0.6 to 0.8. Now that you have your wire, you pull it nice and tight. Take that guy there, and then you're going to compress it. Compressing it, the closer your coils are together, the hotter they get. The hotter they get, the more vapor you get, flavor, all that good stuff. Pop it down for a minute. Alright, so take my scissors, cut that guy out, pull that out. Alright, so now, messed up a little bit. On the Russian, you want to make sure that you have your legs facing the opposite way. So, one leg is going to go north, the other way is going to go south. And again, compress it again just to be safe. Alright, pull it out. Now, you have a nice little coil. Alright, now there's a couple things to keep in mind when building the Russian. You want to make sure that your legs are placed on the bottom, not on the top, or else you'll get hot spots. Hot spots are bad, very, very bad. So, what we do, take that, lay it right over the airflow there, tighten up one spot first. Can't really see that, but I will fix that for you. Alright, just like that over the airflow there. Take your second leg, do the same thing. Nice and tight, just like that. There we go, then take the syringe, pop it in there. Just make sure everything's nice and even, and then you want to pull it up a little bit from the base so that you don't get any kind of give it a good squeeze together. Take the syringe again and make sure you pull it straight. Now, we're going to test it. Can't really see it. Pull that out. Gotta pull this pin out a little bit. Pull it out a little bit. Alright, now we go back on there. Nothing, since it's new, it's giving me a short. So I gotta take it apart and figure out where the short's coming from.
I need to give myself this flavor. So good. Have you seen the new AFC drip tip things?
I have
adapter?
I have not.
It's like, imagine this little rubber tip here with airflow holes. So it even has even more airflow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Alright, let's try this again. Alright, close enough. Alright.
Hell yeah!
So, we're at about 1.8 right now. You can see here, the glow. That's what you want. Now, take this, give it a quick pinch, get everything nice and tight together. Give it another go, and there we go. A sloppy little microcoil. Alright, and we are at 4.5 volts, which is pretty good for this. Now, you got a couple parts here. You have the chamber, which is this guy, and the chimney. This whole section here you call chimney. Alright, now we're going to wick it with cotton. I got sterile organic, so I don't kill myself slowly when I sleep. Now what I'm going to do is, here comes the fun part. Twist this guy really tight so it can fit through the little micro coil that we did. Let's pull it straight through. You want to get a big chunk of it through, so give it a couple good twists. Now you want to make sure that your mod is off when you're doing this so you don't burn yourself and burn your cotton, because then there goes your wick and then you get sad and cry. And do it again. So take your little chamber guy, pop it in there. Now what I like to do that a lot of people kind of frown upon, but I'm weird so I do this, I take my cotton and I give it an extra tush down there. There we have a little bit extra wick in there. And this extra stuff I just snip off, pop it in there. Alright, now before you fill it up, stick a little bit of blue honey in here. You want to make sure you wet the wick itself, because since this is a vacuum chamber, you want to make sure your wick is nice and wet. Take your tubes, put everything back together. Alright, so the Russian is built, now all we gotta do is fill it up.
What kind of juice are you using?
Blue Honey by Vape Dudes. It is sweet and blueberry and honey, and it is great, and I love it because I like blueberry. Now you want to fill this guy from the bottom. If you fill it from the top, you can flood it, juice comes out your airflow hole, and that is not a fun thing to do because then you got to clean it out and redo it. So you just pop a little syringe in there, give it a few good squeezes to fill that guy up. Before I throw everything back on, plugs to start the vacuum process in the chamber. Screw everything back together. Turn my mod on. Alright, and let's try it out. It's not going to be a lot of vapor, but there we go. Right now I'm at 4 volts. 4 volts. Now it's at like 1.8-ish, but strap me, or unstrap me. Flavor's good, right?
Is that the same one?
Blue honey.
This thing's nice.
Yeah. Tell me, man, Russian with cotton, man.
What's in that tree?
They just saw that you fell.
It's just like the
failed. You
It's just,
with the just wear.
it's like the Cape on Life. Yeah.
Cheater!
I mean, there's no difference really in them.
There's
Both
not.
of them, they're just exactly the same thing.
They're both
They even
pretty
look
much
exactly the same.
Yeah, they're both pretty much identical. They're both Vaped style. They both fill from the bottom or the side, depending on what you do. They'll both flood if you take off the top cap. I mean, they're both.
You should get the M tank for it.
almost the same. I'm actually gonna get